Hi, good evening. Welcome to Foreigner in the Philippines. I thought I'd give you an update on what happened at the mayor's office today. We went to see the mayor of Taliban, and we had been to see him yesterday. We went with Jam, who has been helping us. She is the lady who is in charge certainly here, of the Village of Hope orphanage, and she is familiar with this paperwork. And she also uses another lady, calls her liaison, and that lady is very good at handling the delivery of legal documents. So instead of us taking time out and going to Cebu, which is quite time consuming, we give this lady, Maria, and we make sure that she has enough money. She goes there and she gets paid a fee, and we don't have to leave the house. Well, we don't have to leave the area. So we've been using that lady. We've been twice to the SEC, now the Securities and Exchange Commission. We've been there twice. The first time was no further developments. The second time was just on Monday. And Maria went there on Monday and she inquired about everything. And what was revealed was that it seems like Cebu SEC, they are not the ones who are holding this thing up. Our application for non-profit status has been in process for quite a number of weeks, at least 6 weeks I'm thinking. Before that we had a terrific delay because we hired an attorney, and after 1 month the attorney came through and said, "I'm sorry, we were expecting to hear that he had actually achieved something." And then his confession was that he was a old school. He said, "I'm an old school and I'm not used to the computer. I'm not computer savvy." I don't know why he didn't tell us this at the beginning. Perhaps he thought that it was going to be very easy. And it turned out that he found out that it wasn't. So we marked time for an entire month and ended up walking away with nothing. So then we went and we spoke to our friend Jam at the Village of Hope, and Jam was terrific. She is incredibly helpful, and she helped us to fulfill the requirements in all the documents and everything, and then to give it to Maria, her liaison, who took them to Cebu. Well, so it seems like rather than that we are being stalled by Cebu SEC, the SEC in Cebu are saying that they are waiting for a final review and yes or no from, well, I can't think that it's going to be no, because we've actually fulfilled all the requirements, and that's all that you have to do to get a yes. So Manila is the one that apparently is holding things up. So it kind of gets never ending. So what we thought that we could do in going to see the mayor yesterday, we went to see the mayor, who was charming. He was charming and helpful and cooperative. He looked at the portfolio that we have of the work that we are waiting to do and are funded to do. Here's the irony. Normally people have to ask for money. We've been doing this for nearly 2 years now, and the one thing that we don't have to do is prove that we're going to do what we say we'll do. We just have, in the past, we have been showing stories. We've been showing stories of people who are usually in desperate situation, and then people, I've told this many times, people are touched by it or not, and if they're not, they just move on. But if they are touched with it, they may feel inclined to send some money, and then when they send that money, we use all of that money to do the project that they have wanted to fund. So people are still sending money, and now we find ourselves in the situation where not very long ago we would start a house on a leap of faith. In other words, not having all of the funding in place. And we started with enough to pay the wages, and we'd go to our local hardware store, Edgar at Ambicon, and Edgar would often donate 10 or 15 bags of cement or something, and then he would give us credit, and we'd go in credit over our heads, but then somehow everything always worked out well, and the money did come in, paid our debts, and we moved on to the next probably leap of faith. So now we don't find ourselves in a leap of faith situation, because the leap of faith has been taken by our subscribers, and we're thinking right now that all things equal, if we have a certain regular routine area with which to work, where materials can be easily delivered on time, then we'll be able to build probably, well, it started off we thought 6 to 8, and now it's actually turning out to be probably 8 to 10. And we have a subscriber who has said that he will pledge to build 3 houses complete, and he will fund that. Another gentleman has already done that, and we are hands tied. We're ready to go, we're hands tied. So this was the reason that we went to the mayor. We showed him what we did, we told him about our work, we told him that the application for a non-status, a non-profit status was in process. It's all the paperwork has been submitted, and all we're really doing is waiting for the yes. And then he would be the one to actually sign it off in the end, because we would have to have a mayor's permit to work in the area. So not exactly sure what form that takes, but he would be that. So what we were able to do was we were able to get a situation where if the DSWD felt okay, then the mayor would not offer any objection. So on leaving the mayor, I said to him, so if you are willing to get in touch with the DSWD and say, I have no reason to deny this, if you feel it's okay and you give the authority, then I won't do anything against it. Well, it turned out that the DSWD that he spoke to today did not feel safe about going ahead and letting us build the houses. So we're stalled again. Now, it's an irony that after being stalled like this now for possibly 3 months, our standing on YouTube has grown out of all proportion. Right now we are actually increasing our subscriber base at the rate of nearly 20,000 every 28 days. So at times we're adding 1,500 subscribers a day. I just should quickly mention, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to write up your subscription and say, yes, it should be like it, just hit the button and it will have you subscribed. And you don't pay any fees or anything, it's totally free. And once you are subscribed, then you can make comments, you can add your 2 cents worth if you want to. You can do anything that you please, as long as it's civil, as I've said before. So we've been stopped, and an interesting thing was that the mayor said that apparently this Peter Smith is still causing trouble. And another hater from another channel, I took it was from another channel, another hater has now made a complaint. Now, the irony of all of this is that I personally don't feel that anybody should be able to make a complaint which has certain allegations without him offering some proof of those allegations. So in other words, if you're going to say that somebody is stealing cars, you should be able to offer some proof that he's stealing cars. Otherwise he may be completely innocent. Isn't that the way that it is? See, so we really feel that we shouldn't be stopped, because the complaint that was up for investigation, that was sent by Smith, is full of allegations which cannot be proved. They can't be proved because they're not true. Now, how easy would it be for us to prove that the allegations are not true? It would be as easy for us to prove that they are not true as it would be impossible for him to prove they are. He couldn't prove that the allegations that he based his letter of complaint on, he couldn't prove that they're true. He has no evidence because there is no evidence. So we're back to base one. Well, actually, we're only back to base one in that we still can't. In other words, we tried our best, we went to the mayor, we tried our best, and it didn't come through. So we're just doing what we were doing before, which is what we've always done. We've helped people when they come to us for help. That, and we do our fun things, our fun videos, which are the advice column that we have, where people write in and then they get some advice from Beth and I in a joint little advisory system section. So we're just doing that, and our fun nonsense conversations, they are bringing in many more subscribers, many more subs, likes, all this different kind of interaction is in full bloom, even though we're not able to build any houses. So the very thing that this person thought was going to destroy us has actually done completely the opposite. It's given us thousands more subscribers. We're actually currently at, I think, close on 74,000. If we're not at 74,000 right now, we will be sometime this evening, our time. So it hasn't stopped us at all, and when we try again to house a family, we end up just saying, okay, well, we'll go back to doing our fun videos, and everybody is very happy about that. So we will wait again. That's what was suggested. That's what the DSWD want us to do. They want us to wait. So it's a case of nobody can accuse you of doing anything wrong if you never did anything, and that is evident. So we're just waiting again. It's not much of an update, is it? It's more a conversation about why in the hell's name would anybody want to stop somebody having a house built when they have, well, in one case, 11 children, and they're living in a very sorry mess of a house. Well, that's the way that it is. So what can we do? Well, we can wait. Okay, so thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure to talk and bring you up to date. If you like, comment, subscribe. If you feel that you can share, this is a very important thing for us as well. So please share if you can. If you know someone who, I don't know, you may actually know someone who can help. A lot of people have people that they know are well connected. If you happen to know somebody who knows someone like, say, the President Duterte, and can show him what's happening here down below on the ground, boy, that would be nice. A little letter well placed from the President would be wonderful. So I thank you again for watching. This is a foreigner in the Philippines.